Welcome back to Crypto Unlocked. I'm your host, Crypto Daryl, and today something extraordinary has unfolded that could redefine the global landscape. President Trump, during a visit in Saudi Arabia, unveiled a staggering $600 billion investment deal between Saudi Arabia and the United States. This agreement transcends traditional sectors like oil, weapons, or technology, hinting at the dawn of a new era for the petrodollar. The infusion of $1.8 trillion from the Middle East into the U.S. economy marks a financial shift unseen in decades, signaling a bold economic realignment. Simultaneously, though, the president played a pivotal role in brokering a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, two nuclear-armed nations teetering on the edge of conflict. The diplomatic triumph alone stands as a historic milestone, easing tensions and fostering stability. Adding to the momentum, the U.S. and China deal has reached an unexpected agreement to pause their tariffs, slashing rates from 145% down to 30%. The markets responded favorably. The S&P 500 soared, the Dow Jones climbed, and Bitcoin surged well past $100,000 per coin. The excitement peaked when Coinbase, a leading crypto exchange, achieved an unprecedented feat by being added to the S&P 500, cementing cryptocurrency's place in the American financial mainstream. This convergence of events signals a seismic shift in the economic order, potentially shaping the next decade for investors. The transformations are remarkable, with a new generation of leaders transcending old conflicts to forge a future where Middle East thrives on commerce, exports, technology, and build cities in unity rather than destruction. Trump's speech in Saudi Arabia was notably respectful and strategic by laying down the groundwork for what might be dubbed the petrodollar 2.0. The deal with Saudi Arabia includes a $142 billion arms agreement, the largest defense cooperation in U.S. history, covering missile defense systems and military communications. Additionally, a $20 billion investment from Saudi company DataVault will bolster U.S.-based AI infrastructure, including data centers powering innovations like ChatGPT, alongside investments in autonomous vehicles. Further, an $80 billion partnership with tech giants like Google, Oracle, Salesforce, AMD, and Uber aims to develop transformative technologies. The deal extends beyond tech and defense, touching infrastructure with $14 billion in energy exports via GE, $5.8 billion in healthcare manufacturing in Michigan, and $4.8 billion for Boeing aircraft and aerospace. This was just a start, as commitments followed $1.2 trillion from Qatar, including a $96 billion deal from 210 Boeing aircraft, and $1.4 trillion from the United Arab Nation over the next decade, primarily for energy and defense. Collectively, these Middle Eastern investments exceed $3 trillion, a full-blown economic realignment betting on American innovation, defense, and infrastructure. For investors, this shift is monumental. Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, one of the world's largest, is wagering on the U.S., a move that markets favor for its predictability and stability, unlike the uncertainty of war. This realignment appears to counter the rise of China, BRICS, and concerns over the U.S. dollar's global dominance, resetting the world order through investments and alliances rather than conflict. The influx of foreign capital into U.S. companies like Boeing, Oracle, and GE boosts stock prices, raises earnings and expectations, and also strengthens their competitive edge. The India-Pakistan ceasefire, brokered in under 48 hours, further enhances market confidence by reducing the threat of regional war. U.S. payroll growth of 177,000 in April will surpass expectations, has sparked diverse interpretations. Left-leaning outlets see resilience amid trade tensions, while right-leaning sources view it as proof of economic strength. Tools like Ground News, which aggregates news across the political spectrum, help navigate this biases, offering a clearer picture for informed decisions. The U.S.-China tariff pause following a year of escalated trade barriers relieved global supply chain pressures and ignited a market rally, with the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq hitting impressive highs. Coinbase's inclusion in the S&P 500 triggers billions in demand from index funds and retirement accounts, solidifying crypto's mainstream status. Bitcoin rises above 100,000 despite not peaking in Google searches, reflects growing institutional acceptance and a stabilizing global economy, encouraging investment and risk-taking. Personally, I'm staying invested by dollar cost averaging into the S&P 500, VTI, VOO, and also Bitcoin, trusting in a long-term upward trend of America's top companies. I'm buying Bitcoin, viewing it as a permanent asset class, even at $100,000, while keeping cash and short-term treasury bonds yielding 4% for flexibility. Whether this marks a new golden era or a temporary spike, the signal is clear. Money is flowing, alliances are shifting, and the new financial era is emerging. The risk isn't being wrong, it's being unprepared. Well, make sure you hit that like and subscribe for more crypto updates, and I'll see you on the next one.